Good morning, everyone, on this beautiful Saturday morning. Well, I'm going to assume it's beautiful because it's still dark out here. Welcome to the Path to 1 Million. This is episode 91. And for those of you that are paying attention right now, those of you that are attending the Facebook Live, if you could just do me a quick favor and just tap that little like icon to make sure you can hear me okay, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yesterday afternoon, I took a couple hours off and I was at home working on my house. Thank you, Matt. Working on my house, and there's these baseboards along the wall that really could use some TLC. So I have been busy staying in it. Thank you very much, Sherry, for the like. As I'm working on here, all of a sudden there's this loud bang, bang, bang on the door. And I just remember thinking to myself, what is going on? And it really startled me because I was in the zone and I was working and I was getting the baseboards done, and I stand up and I see two gentlemen through the glass, stained glass window that's in my door, and I make eye contact with the one guy. Now I'm standing there and all I'm wearing is shorts. I don't have any socks on, don't have a shirt on, don't have anything else like that because it's pretty warm. So, I kind of stop, and I already know that this is some kind of a door-to-door salesman, probably Jehovah's Witness or something, trying to, get me to convert. But I will go and see, who it is. So I walk back to my bedroom, and I'm back there, and I grab a t-shirt off my bed, and whoever it is starts banging on the door again because we've made eye contact. So now all of a sudden I'm in an irritated mood. Just give me a second to get to the door, please. I open up the door, and it's these two, I would assume maybe college kids, or maybe they're in their early 20s, but there's two kids standing there. They got Amnesty International on their yellow vest. Make sure that we all know about their branding. And these two immediately just go into this whole plight about Syrian refugees and how all these people are being displaced, and Trump is evil, Trump is bad. Trump has set back our international policy by 50 years. Trump is evil. Trump is bad. Trump is evil. Trump is bad. Now, I have been in the sales space for many years. I've actually banged on a few doors. So usually when somebody knocks on my door, I always try to give them at least the benefit of a doubt. I will hear what they have to say. Maybe I'll learn something new, or maybe they need some help, or whatever that might be. But the whole thing is, as I'm sitting there listening to them, and of course, as they go on through their whole spiel, at some point in time, I realize that this is just something that I'm not interested in doing. So they get done with their spiel, and of course, then they get to the end, and they're asking me all these questions designed to make me say yes. And they make it to the end of their spiel, and of course, their whole thing now is, hey, we'd like to get your credit card number now. And I say to them, I'm like, look, gentlemen, I really do appreciate your passion for this. Obviously, you're very passionate about it. I really do appreciate the fact that you're out here banging on doors, because it's something that I have done before. But really, at the end of the day, this is just not a cause that I am interested in supporting financially at this time. There are a lot of local charities that I donate money to, because we've got a lot of people here at home that really do need help. And those are the charities that I've chosen to support. And plus, I understand the whole concept of community, everything else like that. So, I really do appreciate what you guys are doing, but, I'm just not interested. Have a nice day. And of course, then the one guy goes, oh, well, what is it preventing you from taking action, from helping you help your fellow man? All right, so it's objection handling, right? Anybody who's been in sales knows that there's objection handling in there. People are going to say no. So how do you get them to, convert over to a yes and everything else? So, I'm like, what? I don't want to be rude. I'm just going to answer this guy's question. I'm like, look, I got some big projects on my plate right now. As a matter of fact, I was just working on my house when you guys showed up. I'm under some deadlines here as far as other activities go. I'm just not interested in supporting you guys at this time. Now, at this point, they have a very real opportunity, right? There's always option one and there's option two. Option one is they listen to their lesser selves, and I talked about the lesser self and the heroic self actually yesterday in episode 90. So if you hadn't had a chance, go back and talk about that. But option one is the lesser self, whereas they just get frustrated and they walk away from the door, and walk away from my door. Believe it or not, charities have done this before. When they've come and knocked on my door and I have not given them money, they just walk away. They don't say thank you. They don't say have a nice day. They don't say it was nice talking to you. They don't say good luck with all this and all that. They just walk away. Like, which always irritates me because these people view me as nothing more than a cash machine. Then there's the option 2, which is, okay, the person said no today. Let's focus on building a relationship with this person, because they may have said no today, but they could very well say yes tomorrow. This was something when I really got hardcore into doing real estate and pursuing real estate as a passion, that when I would go and I would have like open houses and I would talk to people and I would meet people all the time. And people are usually pretty good at saying, hey, we're just here looking, or we're not in a position to buy a house or anything else like that. If they weren't ready to go, every single guru that I was out there, every person who was advanced would always tell me the same thing. They're like, oh, well, people aren't interested in buying a home or selling a home, then don't waste your time, just move on. Well, my whole position was, I think that's kind of silly, because not everybody is ready to make a decision today, but they might be ready to make a decision tomorrow. So why not invest in the relationship? And so every single time that I would sit there and somebody would come through the door and they would look around the house, and I'd be talking to them about the house and all the amenities that it had and everything else like that, I still built the relationship. If they told me that, oh, we're not interested in buying a home at the time, oh, okay, that's cool. And we would just walk around the house and shoot the breeze. And then typically at the end, when I'm like, hey, I'd like to keep in touch. I produce weekly newsletter and stuff that I just share stories on. Without fail, I'd always get their email address. And it was a great way for me to be able to build up a list of people. And sometimes they would stay on that list. Sometimes we would converse via email or whatever it was, sharing stories, whatever. But for me, that was my default position. If you don't get a yes today, then invest in the relationship. It isn't binary for me. It's not yes or no. It's yes or relationship. It's one of the two, right? If I get the opportunity to keep in touch with these people, I certainly will. With Amnesty International, when I finally told them, I said, look, gentlemen, I'm just not interested, and I'm working on the house, everything else like that, but I do appreciate you guys stopping by and everything that it is that you're doing. They literally both turned around and walked off my porch. There was no thank you for your time. There was no, hey, let's get your email address because we'd like to send you some information. I mean, I did stand there and listen to everything that they had to say. But rather than take an opportunity to get me to invest in that relationship, or have them invest in my relationship, or figure out what other things that Amnesty International does, because I did not flip out my credit card at that very single point in time, mentally in their heads, don't waste your time, move on. And unfortunately, that's a great way to throw away a ton of opportunities when you're doing this. Option 1, option 2, do you accept the money today, or do you invest in the relationship? And who knows, I probably would have never said yes to Amnesty International, but they didn't even give me that opportunity to learn more about them or what it is they do. Because truth be told, I really don't spend a lot of time looking over Amnesty International, because like I said, there's other local charities that I'm involved with, other programs that I am passionate about. For instance, the Special Olympics being one of those. That's something that I'm very passionate about, and something that I always donate money to every single year, because that has a personal connection with me. I have a relationship with them through my brother. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you a little bit. It's something that just happened absolutely just yesterday, but it got me thinking about the whole thing about, sales and relationships, and how, just by default, focus on building that relationship, focus on making the relationship stronger. And like you said, somebody may not turn into a customer, but somebody could turn into a partner. You never know, and you won't know until you take that time to invest in that relationship. They could turn out to be an absolutely great friend. And this is like the whole power behind sharing stories, and the decisions that you have to make, and the opportunities that come along the way, and how you, especially in adversity, handle those. Option 1, option 2. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you on this Saturday morning. I hope you guys have a phenomenal weekend. Thank you all for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Lisa. I haven't talked to you in a while. But anyways, yeah, and thanks for everybody else who stopped by. Paula, thank you as well. And I will be back again tomorrow with another story. I will see you then. Have a good day.